All right, and welcome to Kneecap Biting with Smokin Jeremy B. How's everybody doing tonight?
I'm good. How about you?
Excellent.
Fantastic. I've got Stephen King, I've got Dan Leonard, and I've got Brendan Cook here. Brendan Cook sent me a meme, and I'll let him break that news about a certain quarterback that went to the Broncos and is no longer a Bronco.
Yeah, from the sounds of it, he got cut, and now he's a quarterback on the Panthers for the USFL.
Eric Barriere of Eastern Washington University is now the starting quarterback for the Michigan Panthers.
You know, probably a good move for him, honestly.
Yeah, I think going to a lesser league like that, getting a year to get under his belt and get experience and some development. I'm not saying Jeff Fisher was good at developing quarterbacks, because look at Jared Goff in 2017 and Jared Goff in 2018. Just saying, it was night and day difference.
Hey, a bum's a bum, however you cut it.
I forgot Fisher was coach for Goff in his rookie year.
Yeah. That being said, the only other real Lions news that came out this week was Jesse Lemonier, outside linebacker, was cut, and we signed the UDFA Nigel Patrick, I believe his last name is, outside linebacker, to a contract, so he's on the team. I got a couple comments to throw up here. John Robinson, he says, "Good evening, Smokin' Jay, and let's get cracking." DC 80901 says, "Evening, everybody." This is kind of a free-for-all fan. Throw up whatever content you want to us. We'll discuss it. We're just going to do a little roundtable. I haven't talked to Steven or Brendan really, other than through Messenger, about anything. And, well, what are your guys' thoughts on the draft?
Pretty impressed overall. It took me. I had to process some of the picks at when they were made at the time, but overall, I was pretty satisfied and definitely looking forward to seeing what they can do to contribute to the Lions.
The only thing I was upset about is when we traded back, I knew we weren't getting Troy Anderson in the second round.
I wasn't really upset with that. I thought he was going to be there at that pick, but
no, I knew if I told you he was going to go before that.
What are you talking about? When we traded back, what pick?
When we made the trade to get JMO at 12.
Oh, yeah.
We ended up trading back to 46 in the second, and they got our 34th or 32nd or 34th. The only pick we really gave up was the 66. We moved up 20 and back, what was it, 12? So it was like an eight pick swing in favor of the Lions.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, Anderson would have been available when we picked Josh, but I think I'm more happy with Josh at that spot than I would have been Anderson. I'm not going to lie. I mean, I like Troy. I mean, I've seen the guy play, but I thought he was going to last a little bit longer. I thought he would have been there at 97.
DC 8091 says, "I'm just pissed Watson went to the Hackers."
Why?
Yeah, that's...
Aaron Rodgers throws missiles. That guy's going to drop 90% of them.
Yep.
Hope you're right, Dan.
He can't handle a hard-thrown ball. That's why he sucks so bad with freaking Trey Lance as his quarterback, because he throws the ball hard as hell, too.
Yeah, because if you actually look at his stats, Killa,
that's incorrect, man. He actually balled out with Lance.
No, actually, he dropped 13.7% of Trey Lance's passes. The last year, he had a quarterback that didn't have as strong as an arm and only dropped 5%. The first 2 years, so his total was 20.2% drop rate for his his career in college.
Mm-hmm.
So that does allude to something that Dan did bring it up, and it's kind of right.
He's not wrong. I mean, he kind of does struggle with strong arm quarterbacks, but he balled out no matter what, dropping passes or not. He still had great stats.
Big West jumps in the chat and he says, "Did you see that clickbait bullshit about Jimmy G getting traded to the Lions for 2 6th-round picks? Our article does not mention that Jimmy G has a 27. That article also goes on to say that that's going to happen in 2023 when Jimmy G's actual cap hit is over 30 million. You can't have two $30 million quarterbacks on the roster, for one thing, and two
The
six-round
Browns
picks.
speak differently about that.
Yeah, the Browns are idiots. And he's also going to run for 500 yards. Yeah, but he'll probably catch 1,000 yards, but he'll probably be like Ebum and drop 6 of his 10 touchdown targets.
You're not wrong.
I mean, I'm more happy with JMO than I am anyone else at the wide receivers. I think we got the best
for
wide
picking
receiver in the draft.
We got the one with the highest upside. I don't want to put that hopium on him saying we got the best wide receiver in the draft because he comes in injured. But he has the biggest upside because of the speed that he does have. And I want to address something that I saw because it actually makes sense. Somebody says, "Oh, did you see that he ran the 100-yard dash in this time? That means in the 40, he ran a 4.21. Yeah, if you clock the last 40 of the 100, he ran a 4.21 because that's when you hit your fastest speed. You don't hit your fastest speed at the front end. So he's probably a 4.3 guy is what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
And that was without pads on.
Right. And Andrew Merklinger comes in. Hey, Jeremy, Smokin B. How we doing, y'all? We are doing fantastic. We're talking Lions football, and Facebook user, and I believe this is Joseph Holt says, good point, Jeremy.
Just go allow the access to StreamYard, man. It's so much easier.
It was on there, but I changed the name of something, and now everybody's got to do it again, so that's my fault. My bad.
Slacker. You're a degenerate.
No, not a degenerate. I work too much to be a degenerate. Speaking of degenerates, we've gone through a 19-year-old and a 24-year-old in a span of 10 days at work because they don't know how to work for a living.
No duh. Hey, I thought the one was working good, though.
He was working good, but he feels like he can't handle it.
Huh?
Oh, it's Greg Rice. It was Greg, Jeremy Ballrick. I'm on break, but I will check back in. Thanks, Greg. Thanks for popping in from Malibu. Yeah, he's out there in sunny California.
Lucky bastard.
Andrew Merkley, NFL Network is saying Drake London has the ceiling better than JMO.
JMO's got more speed. That's all. That's the only thing there. And Drake London, I personally feel is a better receiver if he can get healthy.
Functional degenerate is a thing.
Yes.
And
Yes, it is.
Greg Rice pops in and says, I used to be a degenerate. I was back in 86. In 86, I was 16 and a degenerate.
86 was before my time, to tell you the truth.
I don't doubt that one bit.
Long before mine.
That was my sophomore year of high school. God, I'm old.
It's only a number.
The hell it is. It's a bodily feeling.
After you hit 45, 40 to 45, everything's a bodily feeling. So far, it looks like we got 10 viewers with 7 on YouTube, 1 on Kneecap Biters, and 2 on the Detroit News. That's awesome.
Hey, Jeremy, you want to show off your minis sitting behind you?
Heck yeah. Courtesy of Dan Leonard and LDA Breaks, I've got my Amon Ra St. Brown.
Nice.
And this one is by far my favorite one overall. Barry Sanders, Hall of Famer.
Ooh,
That thing is sweet, dude.
very.
The other one I have is better. I'll show you later.
And DC8091 says, 86, I was 9 and a proud degenerate. What up, though? 86 was my freshman year. That sounds like Kurt Steele.
What gave that away?
What up, though? And JMO is great. We're going to have a great lineup this year, guys. Jeremy, who's got the better wide receiver, the Bears or the Packers? Unfortunately, I had to say the Packers by
Yes, the
default.
Packers.
And
I think the better question is who's got the quarterback who can actually pass to their wide receivers?
right. Yeah.
Because, I mean, Fields is going to be back there getting killed every week.
86, we had Daryl Rogers making Lions fans miserable. Yes,
Horn
we
blows
did.
does the driver. I hate when people blow their damn horn when they're driving by.
I hate it more when they stop to pick up your kids and they just honk the horn instead of coming up and knocking on the door.
Exactly.
Yeah, I got old man syndrome.
I like to yell out at them. The horn blows does the driver.
I like my bumper sticker better. Horn broken, watch for finger.
There you go.
Watch for flying lug nuts.
But overall, I agree with both of you on what you said on the draft. Dan, as being a two-team fan, what did you think of the Lions draft? And then what did you think of your New York Giants draft?
I think the Lions hit it out of the park with the draft. There's only a couple things that I question a little bit, like Josh Pascal. I question him just because of his speed. That's all.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that, I like the rest of their draft.
Just because of his what, Dan?
His speed. He's not a very fast player.
No, but what he does do really well, and we didn't have that because the guy that did it well and was overpaid is gone. That's Trey Flowers because he stopped the run. So you got the pass rusher on one side, a guy that can rush the passer, but is more of a run stuffer. That makes way more sense to me to have that on each side.
No doubt.
Yep. Hutchinson and Jameson were definitely knocked it out of the park on those picks there.
And it was funny. Immediately you heard Daniel Jeremiah on NFL Network. Oh, watch out. This is where Malik Willis could go.
I thought it was
Jeremiah's an idiot.
Every time somebody traded up, it's going to be Malik Willis.
At first, I was wondering if it was Kyle Hamilton we were going to grab or the
I thought it was.
The linebacker. I can't think of his name right now.
Devin Lloyd.
That's it.
I wanted Devin Lloyd so bad. I was like, oh my God, we're going to get Devin Lloyd. When they said Jameson Williams, I said, oh shit. I forgot he was available. Just because he wasn't at the time.
That's exactly what I was like. I was like, wait, didn't he just go?
No,
that was Olave.
It went Olave, Drake London, Garrett Wilson, right? They all went before him, right?
Drake London was the first one off the board. Then it was Garrett Wilson. Then Olave went the pick before us.
Dude, I was in the middle of making a grilled cheese sandwich. I wasn't paying attention.
I was still happy from the Giants draft at that point. I didn't care about anything else.
And how was your Giants draft?
We killed it. I was a little unhappy with Thibodeau, you know that, because I don't like his injury history, especially in New York on that crappy ass field.
Oh, well, DC 8091, you missed the news. Michigan Panthers got their starting QB. It's UDFA that did not make the Broncos roster, Eric Barriere out of Eastern Washington University. He was cut by the Broncos, and he was signed today by the Michigan Panthers for the USFL, which is good because they already cut Shea Patterson, and all they had was Paxton Lynch. He's got to be better than both of them by default.
Yep, and the Malik Willis thing right here, he's apparently playing great in the OTAs here, and they're in love with the guy.
Good for him. I was angry at first when we drafted JMO, LOL. I know I had the stream. I could actually pull it up if I wanted to, but I don't.
Oh shit.
Yeah, because I won that battle. I can be monetized, and my first and third round of the drafts are actually able to be watched still on YouTube, and I haven't deleted them because I'm not getting rid of that content. That was great content.
Mm-hmm. The night before the draft was so much better, though.
Oh, that mock draft, that's on there too. I'm leaving that
5
one.
hours worth of show, yeah.
Yeah, no, JB, when we traded up, I looked at Quinn and I said, damn, dude, we're about to get two of the best defensive players in the draft. And then they called JMO, and I was like, I thought he just went. And Quinn was like, no, that was someone else. And I'm like, damn, okay, well, I'm happy with it.
Right. I mean, He has from what I've watched of game film, because I had to go back and rewatch Alabama games because I kind of check out when Alabama's playing college football until the playoffs. So I had to go watch some early ones. Best stop and go route in college football I saw.
Yeah.
I mean, that little hook and go, he's the best at it. He literally turns completely around, looks like he's just going to sit there, and next thing you know, he's gone.
Yeah.
And DC 8091 says, "Oh well, Willis can't beat him out." And Dom was so angry. Where's me? Yes, he was.
Pissed.
Yeah, he was.
I don't even remember Dom's reaction to that.
Oh,
Jameson Williams when Dom found out that JMO was an Ohio State transfer.
oh my God, it was hilarious.
He lost his mind.
What? He went to Ohio State? God damn it!
That guy's gonna be trash.
Dude, I've got to go back and watch that.
Oh, it's funny. We had a lot of fun that night. And of course, DC 8091, John Robinson was on there. Andrew was on the show with me. Dan was on the show towards the end of it.
I was watching the show. I just kept on like losing connection, so I kept on like disappearing and then coming back.
Right.
I was tuning in and out too.
It was a lot of fun. I love doing that, and I'm gonna go ahead and pay for NFL HD TV. So now that I know that you can't play any sound whatsoever, I'm streaming every fucking football game, boys.
Oh hell yeah!
I might be grateful for that.
And DC 8091 says, "Great times." Yes, so if you're on the road and it's a Sunday and you don't get the Lions game where you're at, tune into Smokin with Jeremy B. I'll be doing my own live commentary.
Dude, when I'm working, that'll be awesome. I'll just be able to slap in my headphones and listen.
Mm-hmm. And if the play calling looks as bad as it did the first 9 games last year, you will hear me call it out.
I'm sure. But no, back to that question about the draft. Brad Holmes did his thing.
Yep.
I still think my favorite pick in the draft, not named Hutch, obviously, because that's probably most of the Lions' favorite pick, but Kirby Joseph is probably my second favorite pick.
DC 8091 comes in and says, "Gotta be better than Collinsworth." I'm nowhere near the level of Tony Romo, but I'm better than if you had Joe Buck, Chris Collinsworth, and Troy Aikman on the same cast.
Oh God.
I'm hoping the CMU wide receiver makes the team. He's actually, from what I see, I hope he's a better punt returner than Raymond, because I'm tired of seeing Raymond go to a knee and catch a punt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What wide receiver is that Andrew brought up?
Pimpleton.
I can't
Pimpleton.
remember. Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Kyle Pimpleton, isn't that it? Or Khalil Pimpleton?
Like
one of the
I
two.
think it's Khalil.
Fucking simpleton. Yeah, we know.
Yeah, fucking Simpleton. Yeah, that's his name. Better than Kadarius Toney by default.
Maybe just because he can stay healthy
Right.
and actually has a playbook.
That was funny. Kadarius Toney refuses to show up to camp because he doesn't have a playbook. What did they do? Yeah, isn't that what it was? He did not show up to that first voluntary OTA because he didn't have a playbook?
Yep.
Okay. When you have a new coaching staff and a new regime, guess what you get on the first day of minicamp?
Your playbook.
Your playbook.
Dude, that's great.
Well, I don't know
He's
the
a
play, so I
pampered
can't show up.
Pampered little bitch just cares about his music.
That is got to be the dirt moment of a second-year guy out of college I've ever heard.
Yeah.
It
You
shows
got
Florida State really
brand
cares.
new coach, brand new team, all new scheme coming in. I mean, everything's new.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't have a playbook, so I'm not going to throw out the practice.
If we could have traded him for a
first play, but I'm
7th round
not
pick
gonna
right
throw
there, I would have took it.
You guys should have. You should have traded him to a 7th round pick to the Patriots so they could have whooped your ass.
He freaking would have. He probably would have been great there because Belichick would have whooped his ass in line. He'd have been like, nah, this ain't how this shit works.
It didn't work with AB, so maybe not.
AB, I think, is legitimately mentally ill.
I'm telling you, he's suffering from CTE from that hit from Vontaze Burfict that knocked him out when he was with Pittsburgh. Because ever since then, he's been a diva.
And what happened to Burfict after
there
that?
Was none of that talk.
Laid him the fuck out.
There was none of that talk from AB or any actions or any rumors about him being a diva.
Out.
As soon as that happened, he was done.
Yeah, he just balled out before that hit. And then after that hit, he was just a completely different person.
Yeah, I did say that. Andrew brings up last year's draft because we did a live chat. When the Giants drafted Tony last year, Jeremy said, "Oh my God, that's a reach." I'm quite sure Dan was screaming in his chair, "What the fuck are you doing?"
I was still checked out after the Cowboys and Eagles fucked us. We wanted freaking Devonta Smith. The Eagles traded with the Cowboys. What do? We trade back. The Cowboys take Parsons. We suck. Gettleman was a moron. Could you imagine if you had Parsons last year, we would have drafted him, and then you would have drafted Thibodeau this year? That would have been a fucking pass rush.
No. You know what would have happened? Parsons would have injured his knee, and twisted ankle Thibodeau is going to bust his ankle at least 4 times a season.
You might be right.
Well, I mean, if you guys would have gotten Parsons, you might not have had that pick.
No, we still would have had that pick. We couldn't score offensively. It wasn't the defense.
That's fair. Yeah, I'm not thinking.
Your defense actually wasn't as bad as everybody made it out to be.
Nope.
Yeah, but their team still sucked.
Yeah, because their O-line was as porous as Swiss cheese. Daniel Jones, the only thing he specializes in is turnovers. He should be renamed to Baker.
He's gonna have a better season than Goff this year. I'm calling it right now.
He might, because Brian Dabble is one hell of a coach.
Mm-hmm.
This year, when injuries hit us, our backups are better players, so we shouldn't see losing streaks as long as last year. I completely agree with that. There is much better talent depth. I said last year we were paper thin at talent for depth. This year, we're like a novella. We have an actual second string. Holy shit. We haven't been able to say that for 3 years.
Lineman.
I mean,
we saw most of our second string offensive linemen, and we still had anywhere, depending on which metric you look at, we were either the 6th best or the 13th best between all 4. And it all averages out to be about 10th overall. But according to PFF this year, the Lions have the number 1 ranked O-line. After the
number 1 rank?
After the draft, we have the number 1 ranked O-line going into the season if all our starters play.
I mean, I could agree with top 3, but I don't know about number 1.
Oh, well, let me bring it up.
Hey, I believe you.
I think I still have it in here.
I'm done doubting you. You freaking prove me.
Oh, I removed the overlay. Maybe I can add it. Just a second. Nope, I didn't save it in here, so I don't have it. Damn it. I was going to add it in and show you. No, but PFF ranked us number 1. Kansas City Chiefs was number 2. Green Bay Packers didn't make the top 10.
Where the hell's the Cowboys at?
Cowboys, they cut Lyle Collins.
Oh, remember? Yeah, that's right. They did.
So they dropped to 6th. 4th, believe it or not, guess who moved up from 31 to 4? Cincinnati Bengals from adding Lyle Collins in the center they drafted. And was it the Ravens that did Linderbaum?
Yes,
I believe so.
Oh, their O-line might have got nasty.
They still need another tackle,
Big
though.
if, but yeah, easily top O-line. And
Yeah,
Andrew
it's top
Merklinger
three
says,
for sure.
let this be a lesson to any team in the NFL. Never draft a QB from a basketball school.
Absolutely.
I think you've heard that from me and a few other people's in the chat there, Andrew. The Hackers'
Yeah, you've
best
said it several
O-lineman has
times.
always been the refs. Yes. Hey, if you talk about just home games, the Packers have the best O-line because of the refs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, if we're counting the refs, the Packers have the best offensive lineman in the league.
That's why I said Aaron Rodgers should just come out of the closet, stop poking around with Clete Blakeman in the background, get married, because then he can never ref another Packers game. Dan liked that one.
Yeah, that
That's
was
clever.
good, dude.
What? It would be a form of nepotism. He wouldn't be able to ref his husband's games. Of course, you
What if
never
he doesn't
know.
take his
Aaron,
last name?
still, it's public record once you're married. I think it's great. Come on now. Then we wouldn't have to worry about when Trey Flowers had Phantom holding a guy's shoulder pad and getting a face mask off or hands to the face.
Yeah, for real, dude. That was so bullshit.
Total bullshit.
Actually, yeah, they gave us an A- off season. They gave us an A+ draft, and I think they said it was B+ on our off season as far as our acquisitions. That's what made it average out to an A-. Yes. Todd Super Ginger. Man, it's so good to talk football with you guys.
It really is.
Yeah, absolutely.
And what about you guys in the commenters? What do you want to talk about?
I was just about to ask if we had any questions.
Yep, I might as well. This is going to be an Ask the Host night because there really wasn't a lot of news this week. I did a second show because I wanted to talk football.
I'm down with it.
Okay, do you think if Goff makes Pro Bowl or playoff that we still talk QB in round 1 next year? No, I don't think they will.
One, Goff will never make the Pro Bowl because Detroit Lions fans do not vote enough. It is all fan driven. You don't vote enough, so he'll never make it.
DC8091, who actually works for PFF? Former coaches, scouts? It's actually a little bit of everybody. It's mostly former GMs and scouts that do the PFF stuff. And Facebook user, and I know who it is, it's Andre Crosby. What's up, brother? One Pride. Hope everything's going well. My prayers are still up for you. I hope they found out what's wrong. On Netflix. Yeah, I think that would be almost a safe bet because if it's not at least that game he's out, he might be out 2 games before that. I have the over-under at week 10 for when Swift gets hurt.
Mine's at game 4.
Yours at game 4?
Game 4.
Game 4. Absolutely. Week 4.
97.1, the ticket.
Oh, wait. Time out. If it's not that, I'm going week 11. I guarantee he goes out week 11.
Oh, yeah, because of his legs.
He's playing the Giants.
Yep.
And
Jersey.
Lions win over-under. The over-under immediately when they just showed the home and away by Vegas was 6.5.
It's about right. I'll take the over on that, though.
I'm taking the over too. But I've said
I agree.
if things go horribly wrong and let's say the health train goes right off the rails, worst case scenario, we're at 6 wins.
Yeah.
6 to 9
5
was
or
sort of the
6,
range
yeah.
I was sitting in.
I still think we win 8 to 10.
I'm in the 8 or 9 is where I'm at. I think that's there. I think 10 is the ceiling. The absolute, like if they catch
that's what
fire.
I mean, the absolute best is 10.
Oh, how improved is our defense from last year? Andrew, let's see. We went from the 32nd scoring defense to the 31st, so we improved by one there. But overall yardage, we went from 32nd to 28th defense.
Mhm.
So that being said, and that to me is more telling than the scoring thing, because we knew teams were going to score on us. We said that we were going to be in a lot of close games, and it would just really depend on how good the team was. And with Lynn calling the plays, we weren't good enough. So that being said, hey guys, did we sign all of our draft picks? That is a good question. The
Yeah,
last
did we
I
ever
knew,
get?
The only one
Did we
I
ever
don't
get
recall was
Joseph
Josh there.
re-signed?
Josh Pascal, and the league denied the contract for Kirby Joseph, so we had to re-sign him too. We signed everybody else. Let me go check over the cap, see if they're on there. Detroit Lions salary cap. Ba, 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 ba.
Thought I heard with the Kirby Joseph contract that there was something to do with some of the minor details that they were
It
like
was
the
because they
wording or
made
something
it
like that.
the wording of the fully guaranteed money as a
Oh,
third
okay.
round pick. It doesn't fit the narrative of a third round pick.
Oh, I see.
That's what it was. So let's see. Haven't even got to a single rookie yet. It seems like I would, because Aiden Hutchinson's getting quite. Oh, there he is. Okay, there's Aiden. That's the first one. Jamison Williams. There's Josh Reynolds. Josh Woods. Kirby Joseph. He signed 917,000
Nice.
cap hit.
Okay.
I have not seen.
You still haven't
Mitchell
seen Josh?
Mitchell Rodriguez is at 751,000. James Houston at 738,000. Chase Lucas is getting 729. Obina Ize is getting 711,000. These are UDFA's, boys. Greg Bell is getting 710,000. Nolan Givon is getting. Oh, Derek Deese, that's our tight end. And that other O lineman, we did sign him, and we have Khalil Pimpleton on the roster at 705,000. Demetrius Taylor, Josh Pascal, he is signed 705,000 a year. He's cheaper. He's cheaper than Kirby.
How'd that happen?
Jefferson needs to step up and take Swift's role before Swift gets hurt. You know what? I think they're going to run Swift. They're not going to use him like the bell cow like they screen sweeps and outside runs, that type of stuff. How much money do we have to sign an FA? We have enough for a snack size bag of Fritos, a large fountain pop, and maybe a McDouble. I'm just saying, we have less than 2 million left. We're not signing shit.
Hey, we could still sign him.
And how many starters did we draft? I agree. I say 4 because I think they're going to be using Kirby in a starting role because they want to use the more 3 safety set. Facebook user says, LOL. Yeah, the only thing we'll be signing is that's the line. The top 51 ends it. Dan Skipper, our long snapper, ends the top 51 signing at 895,000. So anybody less than that is not count against the cap. So if we sign somebody, it's going to be backup roles and practice fodder and depth. That's all we'll be signing.
Hopefully it's Eric Barrier.
Yeah, I'm quite sure that the Netrez, that's his name. Netrez Patrick His details are not out yet, but he is on the roster. But as of right now, he has absolutely no salary and no dead cap. So I think that's fantastic.
An absolute steal.
Yeah, he's an absolute steal at this point. But that's because it always takes over the cap like a week to get all the details in. I still think that Matt Dunsel, the guy that does all the cap work, he needs to get with Brad Holmes and say, hey, everybody says we're only this thick on talent depth. And there's a couple guys in free agency I wouldn't mind seeing picked up. Go to Jared Goff, go to Taylor Decker, go to Frank Ragnow and say, hey, let's take you guys all out 6 years from here. Convert a lot of your cap and signing bonus into incentives and bonus. You're still going to get that money guaranteed. We're going to give you bullshit incentives that makes it pay out automatically at the end of the year. You could get all those guys down to around $20 million a year.
Ooh. That would open up some space.
That would open up $13 million for off of Goff's salary. That would open up about $5 million off of Decker's salary, and it would open up about $6 million off of Ragnow's. What do you guys think?
Do you want Goff for another 6 years?
No, you make it so the last 2 years are voidable.
Oh, that's fair. Yeah.
That way you just have him
you can do
signed through
that.
his. That way you have him signed through his prime.
Yeah.
Andrew, I don't know the guy's name. You keep on saying the UNCDE. Yep. Here we go. DC 8091 re-sign AO. He'll be money. Yes. They already said that his extension will be in the works. They plan on getting something done in season with him. They thought about doing something with Hawkinson, but that was if they didn't get him, if they didn't do the option thing. Now they got a year to wait. They don't have to do the deal on on Hawk. So I think, honestly, Swift and Hawk are going to be, if they stay healthy and play X amount of games, they'll get a contract. I still think they should draft the next wide running back. I don't think they should pay a running back big starter money.
That could be part of the 2023 to-do list.
I mean, we got 2 first-round picks. If there's a guy who's money at the top of the draft, I'd rather see him take a running. I'd rather see them take a running back. Oh, Jason Strobridge. Yes, he's in the after 51. So yes, he's on the practice squad. He's in the 90. I hope that's not thunder because that's weird sounding. I know you guys can't hear it, but we got some storms rolling in up here. It's supposed to get nasty tonight.
We're supposed to get it here too.
Where are you at, Stephen?
Just east of about 40 miles, give or take, east of Toronto.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys are supposed to get it after us. So this goes from us over Lake Huron to you guys.
You guys can keep it.
No, thank you.
My car's
I guess it's better than snow,
though. This morning.
Say what?
My car saw hail again this morning.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah. It's fine.
So it's your fault we're getting this shit.
It wasn't anything bad, but sure.
And DC 8091, hell, I turned on the AC for the first time this year. Good job on holding out. You know what? The AC on my car went on that first week we hit over the 80s because my fat ass don't like to drive in an oven.
Yeah, for real. I feel that.
What you got going on, Dan?
Checking to see where my daughter is.
Gotcha. Didn't want that face on the camera, right?
Correct.
I know how that is with your daughter. We've talked on the phone during that time. By the way, Dan Letter runs. Logan pops in. What's up, fellas?
Yes, that guy.
Hey, Logan. We're just talking football. I got your buddy Dan here. Logan is part of LDA Breaks. And if you like sports memorabilia, like my Barry Sanders, it's reversing the damn thing. It always gets me. My Barry Sanders helmet or my Amon Ra. I also have a James Richardson. I have here's another one. Darius Leonard of the Colts in camo. And I
Nice.
also have an iced out LA Rams Cam Akers. If you like that type of thing, go join LDA Break Sports Memorabilia on Facebook. Get in one of these random draws. You get to get a chance at getting one of these great things for cheap. Is that a
This
John
was-
Elway?
This is a John Elway. This is what we pulled tonight.
Wow, what a hit. That's
Nice.
dope. Love it.
Guy
Notice-
took the
wait.
division, $28.
You guys see what that has on there? All that visor and stuff like that. Guess what? So does my Barry. Got clips, bumpers, the whole 9 yards on it.
Yes, sir.
Nice.
It's pretty.
That's my prized possession right now.
Absolutely.
Hours before day 2, I was saying, if we can draft Joseph, I'll be a happy camper. Brad Holmes, listen to me.
Hey, I called that pick at 97. I know plenty
Yep.
of people heard me say that.
Always pulling fire on LDA from Logan.
Big facts.
And wasn't Akers a second or third round pick? He was actually, I think, a fourth round pick for the Rams because they didn't have a first or second round. Did they have a second round pick? I thought he went in the third or fourth. Second? Oh, no, I'm thinking of A.J. Dillon. He went in the third to the Packers.
Yeah, when are they going to turn that man loose?
I don't know. I'll be down in Livonia next Saturday for the St. Brown fire signing. I know. I have to work, you bastard. I think
Yeah,
I'm gonna.
Logan?
I think I'm
Anal
gonna.
glaucoma.
Yep, I'm calling in with anal glaucoma because I don't see my ass going in.
Yeah, Logan's taking, or not taking all my junk, but he's getting all my junk for me and sending it to me.
Logan, get a hold of me later. I want to talk at you. He goes, LOL. When his ACL heals, his ACL healed. He played in the Super Bowl. Logan says, sounds good. You know what I want him to do. I already talked to you about it, Dan.
Oh, I think I have a feeling.
I want it on one helmet, though.
Yep.
Because it's going
All
to
of
be
them.
just for my person. No, I got Amon Ra.
Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
He says, I was laughing about the anal glaucoma. Yes, you were. I kind of figured that. That is the perfect excuse. Because when your boss goes, what? Yeah, I don't see my ass coming in today. Then hang up the phone.
You might show up the next day without a job, man.
I'm pretty sure I'd still have my job because I've missed 2 days due to illness in a year and a half. I'm the only guy, and I'm the only guy in my shop that's able to say that. The guy that we hired Tuesday missed yesterday and quit today. Didn't even come
What
in.
the hell?
He was given the day off on Thursday.
Yeah, I had something like that happen at work. It was his first day. He showed up, complained about how hard it was, and never showed up again.
Yeah, I heard him talking to one of the coworkers, and the guy, let's just face when my Wi-Fi acts up. He's turning 59, and he has his memory shorter than his pecker.
Oh.
And he had a conversation with the guy, and I actually heard the guy over the fan, over the music, and over the compressor for the tire machines. I heard him say, yeah, I just don't think I'm cut out for this. I don't think I'm good at it. I was like, you've only been working 3 days. How can you be good at anything when you're learning something new?
Yeah, dude, that's how I was when he was like telling everyone it was too hard for him. I was like, isn't it supposed to be hard the first day? You don't know what the hell you're doing. You're supposed to learn.
Aren't you working at a guitar factory?
Yeah. I work at Gibson.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Logan says, I hate people like that.
Yeah. Me
And
too,
Logan
dude.
also says, I think the Lions are going to do a 360 this year. Other teams are going to underestimate us. You know what? I thought
I
that
hope you're
too for
right,
a minute.
I hope so. Hope
And
he's
Logan
right too.
says, I deal with it all the time in my line of work. DC 8091, hell, if one called in with anal glaucoma, I would test them coworker all day and night, busting their balls. And Facebook user says, I agree. No, you know who's done a complete turnaround on how he feels about the team? That's Adam from Woodward Sports. Oh my God, I couldn't believe I heard come out of his mouth yesterday. He was making fun of Nick Wright for saying the Bears were going to go 11-6, which I've been making fun of Nick Wright over that too. And Nick Wright's a professional sports writer and actually put it on paper that the Bears are going to go 11-6. I said,
11 and
I
6?
want to know what size that crack rack was he was smoking when he wrote that article. And he thinks
I
the
just want to know where
Lions
he
would
got
go
it.
6-11. And I said, you know what? 6-11, I can see if everything goes off the rails health wise. So
Yeah.
I get where he could say that because the last 2 years, Lions have been one of the most injured teams in the NFL. That's not a facsimile. That's not something fake. It's a fact. We've been either number 1 or number 2 the last 2 years. Last year we were number 2. The year before we were number 1. DC 8091 says, dude, you work at Gibson? Mad props. Dude, I love my Gibson's best guitars, period. Absolutely.
What kind of Gibson you got? Is it acoustic or is it electric? 'Cause if
Logan.
it's acoustic, I work on them. If it's electric, I don't.
I'm still trying to get a hold of one in my family. He has a 1907 Gibson Rosewood Sunburst acoustic guitar, and it's
Dude,
the
that
Dove.
thing's gonna go for money.
I know.
If he ever lets go of that.
And it was before they changed the emblem on the headstock, and what it has, it looks like a songbook opened up, and the bookmark is scrolled across it, and it says, only a Gibson is good enough. There was only 103 of that model made that year.
Yeah, there's one sitting in the custom shop, dude. They're gorgeous guitars. They are absolutely gorgeous.
Oh, yeah. And Victor Lesser,
I'm not
hope
allowed
we
in
win
the
at least.
custom shop anymore. I was taking pictures and got in trouble, so I'm no longer allowed in the custom shop when I have my phone.
DC 8091 says electric, Les Paul, and Explorer. Those are made in Nashville, and they used to be at one times made in Kalamazoo.
Yep.
Oh.
So it depends on the year.
If it was a Les Paul, I didn't touch it. I only make acoustics.
Me too, bro.
Our factory don't even make any electric.
Like I said, if that health train goes off the rails like it has the last 2 years, number one, the strength and conditioning coach should be fired because that has nothing to do really with the head coach. That's a conglomerate effort between the front office and the coaching staff on who they hire for strength and conditioning. It's not so much a detriment on the coach himself.
Yeah.
No, strength and conditioning is different.
It's a detriment on the head coach if he does what he did with Swift and run him like 40 times in a game.
That's fair. But no, at my warehouse, we pretty much just make acoustics in like one Epiphone, and that's the Epiphone Texan.
DC 809 is directing a comment at you, Brendan. He says, holy shit, you saw the Adam Jones Les Paul in the custom room?
I didn't see that one in the custom room. But it is in Gibson garage, and I've seen pictures of it several times.
Oh.
Just sneak in and take it.
And Andrew Merklinger agrees with what I said. Seems like we always have a problem with the strength and conditioning coach. Well, that was the one coach we actually carried over in the beginning, and everybody started getting hurt at minicamp and OTAs. We switched after that, but that means they didn't have a full year of off-season strength and conditioning with the new coach. That's why I want to see what happens this year with this one, because if you did the strength and conditioning with the last coach and you're having the same injuries again over and over again with everybody the following year, then it's an issue.
Yeah. Jeremy, I forgot you played guitar.
Just a little.
It's better than me. I work in a guitar factory and I don't play. I receive so much shit at work for that. Like, dude, you know how to make almost every single model of our acoustics, but you don't play. I
You
ain't
should.
got the patience to learn.
It's actually really easy. I learned to play by ear. The calluses went away after about 5 years.
Well, I get that Gibson app for free, and they have
He
a thing
missed it.
that teaches
He
you.
missed that joke. Oh my god!
I didn't even hear you. I wasn't paying attention.
I said I learned to play by ear, and the calluses went away after 5 years.
Yeah.
No, I grew up. DC 8091's dying.
Yeah, I didn't even catch that the first time. I was more focused on what I was trying to say.
Yep. But
That's great. But
it's
no, I get the Gibson app for free, and they have that thing that teaches you how to play on there. I just need to download it and get the code. But I mean, I'm gonna be leaving when I move to Kansas, so that's gonna suck, dude. I like it there. I don't know how I'm gonna feel leaving, but I'll find something else.
what UDFA are y'all excited for this year?
None of them.
Well,
Greg
you know
Bell.
what? The Obina Ize, maybe? Because
Yeah,
I
he's
want to see
probably
what
my
he can
favorite.
do. Kevin Jarvis, because I have the feeling he'll end up being the backup to Jonah Jackson. Excuse me, backup to Jonah Jackson.
Curious about
And
Ball too.
Hi, Smokin Jeremy. How's it going in Bay City? Go Lions. Just great. And I'm guessing that's Braxton Heels. Just saying, there was the little emoticon afterwards that he always does.
That's fair.
I try to guess who it is because usually you can pick up, like, if it's What Up, Doe, it's either Kurt Steele, Luke G's Field Review, or maybe every now and then there's a couple of his guys that watch the Detroit Lions on the Prowl and have seen me there. They'll pop in here and watch me. Nope, Joseph Host. You threw me off, Joseph. What are you doing? Don't do that. Joseph is out of Lansing. He's over there by Logan.
Hey, where's that other guy? The pompous guy.
Which pompous guy is that?
Uh,
Are you going to stream the preseason games for the Lions? You know what? I thought about it, and it's a lot of work to do for a game that means nothing. So I'm probably not going to
the
do
Falcons game.
the preseason one.
I believe we play the Falcons in preseason, don't we?
I didn't even look. I
First one, I think. Yeah.
Preseason schedules mean as much to me as what flavor of Charmin did I use for my butt.
That's fair. I just was looking around because I wanted to see what Troy Anderson does, and I was like, "Oh shit, they play the Lions."
If you're looking for a streaming service to use, NFL HD TV for $59.99, you get from the first preseason game till after the draft each year for $60.
Dude, why does Xbox have to be so fucking stupid? My batteries died.
No, and it's through a browser, so you can actually use it.
Oh, okay.
The other guy, do you mean Andy from the UP? No, not that guy.
no.
He hasn't been on here yet. I've invited him a couple times, and he's never came.
Who's
I
that,
would
Andrew?
love, yeah, I would love for Andrew to pop in here and talk football with us every now and then.
No.
The one you used to
that
stream
dirty
with,
whore
right?
guy.
Yep.
No, that dirty whore that you used to do all your things with. David Pike.
Oh, David Pike. He's been busy with his new show through Detroit Sports Nation called Pride or Die. Congratulations to him.
Pride or Die.
Yeah, I'm not going to go there. But what about inter-squad scrimmages? You know what? I'll tell you what I will do because I have HBO Max. I might be downloading the episode and taking clips and anything they show from the practices. I might show that in there, especially if there's like a scuffle.
Oh, you're on your Bill Belichick shit
Nice.
there.
Yeah. Andrew
We got one with
Merklinger,
Indy, don't we?
what is the game that you see us losing that we shouldn't be losing? As much as I hate to say it, it's going to be either the Giants or Jets because that field is atrocious to every team, including their own.
Yeah. JB, do you personally think we win week 1 or no?
I do think we will because we played them under Anthony Lynn's play calling, and let's just say, it was a joke.
Yeah,
I said,
they
how many
clobbered
times
us
did
and
I
they got
say?
10 times better.
Yeah, they got 10 times better, but they still got a quarterback that can't hit open receivers.
That's fair.
And
I don't know.
if Josh Pascal is able to do what he's able to do and Hutch is able to do what he's able to do, where the hell is Jalen Hurts going to run to?
That's what it's going to have to
That's
start
fair.
with. Pressure on the QB.
I don't know, man. I still think we lose that one.
I know that they did a lot. I think it's a revenge game. I think Dan Campbell's
I
gonna.
really hope so.
I'm hoping to
I
be
hate
3-2 going into the
Eagles
bye.
not good, though.
I hope we come.
We're
out
either
and
going to be
embarrass the hell out of
2-1 or 3-0 after for the first 3 weeks.
I'd be good with that.
Because
Yeah.
you have to remember, Minnesota is going through a whole new scheme change and a whole new playbook, and nobody knows it. There's growing pains. Every time there's a scheme change, it's a 2 to 5 week window before a team starts to get it.
I forgot they changed coaches.
It's called just feed Dalvin Cook until everybody starts freaking pulling up.
Andrew, Jalen Hurts will be running to the bathroom for being fucked so bad.
Dude, you know what? I don't think so. For one, he's faster than Hutch.
Yes.
2, the Eagles team got really good, and I hate it.
I know.
Yeah. I'm sure you do, Dan, as a Giants fan.
Damn good. They got
by division. Guess what? The draft, when you look at it by division, the North, the Lions had the best draft.
The Lions won the draft.
Lions, Packers, Vikings, Bears. That's the order of the draft.
Mhm.
For the East, I have it a 1A, 1B between Philly and Giants. Then you had the Commanders and the Cowboys kind of shit the bed in the draft.
Yeah, they usually do.
You know what scares me about the Philly draft? They got Jordan Davis.
They got Jordan Davis.
I gotta give the Cowboys shit. That was my dad's team. I don't care if they kicked ass in the draft. I'm still gonna say they sucked ass.
Oh, here's a good one. How many bandages will Justin Fields need after the Lions game? With that O-line, if he doesn't need at least 4 ice packs and 5 bandages, I'll be disappointed. Because I think he's going to get sacked 10 times a game, and I'm not saying it's all Hutch and Pascal either.
Yeah.
I think I could run if my grandma was alive, she could run through that O-line and sack Justin Fields.
Levi and Aleem will get their turns too at that day.
I think the minimum that anybody should get is 2 out of the front 7.
Versus who? The Bears or the Eagles?
Versus the Bears.
Bears.
There's no way they're getting freaking even 3 against the Eagles this year.
I didn't say that. I said against the Bears.
I was just confused because we were talking about the Eagles, and then all of a sudden I heard Fields' name, and I was like, wait, what?
Oh, Andrew Merklinger, he asked, how many bandages will Justin Fields need after the Lions game, LOL? Hey,
I don't know.
This is true.
He'll need a cart.
We did get the Viking coach fired last year. Because them losing that game, if you look at how they played the rest of the season, if they'd have won that game like they were supposed to, because everybody had them beating the Lions, they'd have made the playoffs.
Fucking Lions. That game still chaps my ass.
Yes, a last-minute catch from Jared Goff to Amon-Ra St. Brown to seal the deal.
Cost me thousands.
It's the last second.
It was fantastic. Yeah, that was the first game we streamed. I remember this because on We Are Lions Nation, and Dad all of a sudden had to blank his camera and mute his mic because he was just a bitching in the background.
That legitimately cost me like a $20,000 parlay.
Yeah, I know.
Ouch.
I hit everything else.
Holy
I was
shit.
so pissed.
Well, you should be more pissed at the Vikings defense than the Lions offense.
No, Goff should have just laid down on the ground and like took it in the butt or something like that and just not thrown that pass. He would have liked it better. It'd been more
Wait.
fulfilling for him.
Okay, if you are a bad team that has struggles losing, what is the best cure for losing culture?
Winning.
Losing some more.
Dan Campbell, Brad Holmes.
And Joseph O's pipes in and says, last winning play of the game. Yes, it was. And it seems funny that because of a pick by Jordan Love, we got to do the same thing to the Packers.
I still say if freaking Rodgers plays that whole game, they don't win that game.
Maybe. But we were beating him in the first half when he was playing.
You know what? It's okay, though, because we only wanted the Lions to lose that game so he can get Hutch for the first pick. He got him with the second because the Jaguars are idiots. Maybe they're not idiots. They might be freaking geniuses. Who knows? We'll see in like 3 years.
And DC8091 says, that's what you get for betting against Goff, bro.
Hang on. In the fashion of, well, the style of my favorite quarterback ever.
Who's your favorite quarterback ever,
Straight.
Eli?
Eli Manning, when he did that thing. Did you hear that story on the Manning cast where he said why he hated playing in Philly?
Mhm.
He goes, little 6-year-old kid flipping him the double birds.
Yeah. Saying things about my mom. I
As
can't even tell
Charlie-
you what they said about mom.
And you're absolutely right, Andrew Merklinger. That's how you stop having a losing culture. As Charlie Sheen would say, hashtag winning.
No, Charlie Sheen would say hookers and blow.
And winning.
And tiger blood.
Oh, man. So I do plan. I may not be able to get a ticket for the game, but I do plan on being at the home opener. I am talking with the Blue Lions Tailgater Club about doing an actual pregame show live from next to their hot tub.
Nice.
Do they fill the hot tub with Kool-Aid?
No, but if they did, I would jump in with those babes and have a drink.
all that just means to me is Jeremy. All I see, like, imagine now is Jeremy drinking bath water.
Hey, if she looks good enough, I would.
That is a good game to go to, though.
Hell yeah. The home opener versus Philly.
It's going to be a great game no matter what.
And if it works out, I might end up going to every home game and doing my pregame show live and interviewing a couple of the guys from the tailgating group.
There you go.
Because every now and then, one of the guys that hangs out there is like Herman Moore and Lomas Brown, and you might even see Calvin Johnson walk through. Wouldn't mind getting them on the podcast. Any one of them.
I met Herman Moore the last game I was at. He's a nice guy.
Well, when I was just a young, scrawny kid fresh out of the Army, I met Herman Moore.
Did you?
At SVSU when they used to practice up there.
Oh, no kidding. Nice.
And if I met Herman Moore, you know who else was there. That guy.
Barry.
That guy.
Gotcha.
I'm saying that guy as I'm pointing on the Barry Sanders helmet with my freaking mouse and not realizing you can't see it. I think the pain fumes got me.
Yeah. Been in that shed a little too long.
Dude, so much cool shit getting made. So much cool
Oh,
shit.
cool. And I believe that's Joseph Jose, and I miss them being at SVSU. That being said, it's been a good night. We covered a couple things. You guys gave us a few good questions. I enjoyed it. And gentlemen, if you want to stick around, we can talk backstage after. That's fine. But this has been Kneecap Biting with Smokin Jeremy B. And once the season starts, we're going to have a little fun on Fridays. It's going to be the Between the Lions report with Smokin Jeremy B on Fridays. That's when I'm going to have my guests on, and I'm going to come up with some really cool topics. And it's for every fan, not just podcasters. So that being said, have a great evening, and thank you for tuning in to for tuning in with Kneecap Biting with Smokin Jeremy B.